India is on a mission to become a Viksit Bharat by 2047. A nation where innovation drives growth, opportunity empowers every citizen, and technology bridges every gap. It's a future where progress is inclusive, sustainable, and proudly made in India. Driving this transformation are India's visionary business leaders of homegrown enterprises who are redefining innovation, inclusion, and growth. From technology to sustainability, from local impact to global reach, they are the visionaries of a Viksit Bharat. TV9 Network, in association with SAP, presents Visionaries of a Viksit Bharat, celebrating the minds shaping our nation's future. In this episode, we feature Arvind Bhandari, Chairman and Managing Director of Goodyear India, the leader steering a brand that has been part of India's mobility story for over 100 years. With 25+ years of global experience, he now drives Goodyear's growth across passenger car and tractor OEM segments, strengthening the company's deep partnerships with manufacturers and customers across the country. Meet the man leading Goodyear India toward a future of smarter mobility and stronger market leadership.
I am Arvind Bhandari. I am the Chairman and Managing Director for Goodyear India Limited. Goodyear has been in the country for the longest time. It is considered by many to be a nursery of tyre industry people. We have been pioneers in many ways. The first tyre that went to moon was a Goodyear tyre. The tubeless tyre is also a Goodyear invention. So we are pioneers in this space. And with our strength in sales and marketing, what we really want to drive now is the strength of our product innovation, which is based on strong consumer insight, on what the consumers want, as well as what the customers are telling us in the replacement market. And so we are going to use our sales and marketing expertise along with the power of innovation to lead the market in the years to come. Future of the tyre industry is determined by the innovation in the automobile sector. And as you would have seen, the one big innovation is obviously electric vehicles. Goodyear has led that very strongly in the last few years. In fact, we have been the fitment for most of the EV manufacturers of cars in India. The most prominent one being recently Mahindra's BEV. And there we actually have developed the tyre in conjunction with our OE manufacturers, which meets the demand of the new car, as well as the realities of the Indian road, because you have to also modify for the existing Indian conditions. And so we developed a tyre which is the first of its kind for the Indian market, which is noiseless, because the ask on an EV tyre is very different. So Goodyear pioneered that with Mahindra, amongst a few others. The other place that we've grown is the luxury space. So India has a booming economy, there's rise in disposable income, and so people are buying the high-end cars. And Goodyear has been leading that, if you notice, in the higher rim or higher, size, big tires, that we are leading. So the luxury segment, and then the third most important segment is the SUV. So Indians love SUVs. That segment is growing faster than the sedan. And Goodyear has now started to lead that with the launch recently of Assurance Max card, where we got very good feedback. So a lot of innovation in each of these segments: luxury, SUV, and the electric vehicles, EVs. That is the future, and that's where Goodyear sees itself making a strong contribution with its R&D. On the product side, as I mentioned, on the three new segments, we've launched patterns which are working very well with consumers. What we want to do going ahead to get the leadership in by 2028, and I think the work has already begun, is apart from having the best-in-class tyres for each segment developed for the specific consumer and customer needs, we also want to leverage the distribution piece, meaning how are we getting to the end consumer? What digital strategy do we have to understand them and to speak to them efficiently and effectively? And keeping all that in mind, how do we also build sustainability of the proposition in our entire ecosystem? So if you put all these together and you put the strength of Goodyear's legacy of top-class execution, we have, in spite of the competition, a very good opportunity looking at us to be able to lead this market. Tyre industry is fundamentally a very heavy tech industry. Now people think it's rubber against the road and the fancier part is sitting above the wheel. The truth is, if the wheels didn't revolve, the car wouldn't get anywhere. And And there's a lot of physics in the tyre. People are asking for safety, they're asking for comfort, they're asking for speed, they're asking for longevity, they're asking for grip, and now they're asking for sustainability. Now, if you put all these demands together, then the physics will not give you all in one. Meaning, a tyre which has good grip cannot give you a very high longevity, because it's designed to hold the road better. So what Goodyear has done well is to actually optimize on these variables very, very well, and give consumers what they're looking for. And the AI piece is helping us read the data. So the AI is already very much a part of the industry. Now what we are doing additionally is we've recently done a pioneering work with our global principles, a project called Sightline, where we are putting the tech in the tyre to read the road, to then feed the car dynamics. So I'm just telling you very briefly, but essentially we are reading the conditions of the road to drive the driving experience at the wheel. And not only is it through a probe, but there's also a lot of AI on the data that we gather. Now that helps us define what we make in future, but also optimize the driving experience for the driver. And this is early work, and I'm happy to share that India will be one of the pioneering markets for doing that. But our work in terms of analytics of the road to improve driving experience is going to be really world-class. Consumer demand is rising. We have global experience on what they want, but also Indian consumers are unique. As you would understand, we have some unique requirements, and our roads are also not typical. They have difficulties for the driver. So what we are doing is we are translating all the data that we've collected into actionable insights for driving experience for the car, as well as for our future development. So at any time we're working with the tires, with the cars of the future, and this data that we're collecting in the AI is helping us build a robust database to take a brief from a client, from an OE, and then convert and give them the best tire corresponding to the total proposition, whether it's a EV or a luxury or a SUV. And so analytics will get more intense. It will become, to answer your question, far more significant in the times to come. It will be the part which will be central to insights, and it will be also part which will be central to the services that we offer and the efficiency that we drive in the consumer experience. If you look at these three segments, I see AI driving most of it. India has to be the third largest economy, which I think is a near certainty now. The two areas which have to grow to make that happen is agriculture and consumer spending. Agriculture, we are the leaders in the tractor tires, and we have to just walk the rural areas of the country and you will know the strength of brand Goodyear. Farmers swear by our tires for a long time, and they continue doing so. If consumers get more disposable income in the rising country, then they will spend on mobility. It's one of the most sort of discernible discretionary spends that kind of happen. And guess what? Goodyear is going to be there to lead that. In the premium segment, we want to be really present in the 16, 17, 18 inches tires. Most of the cars that you think of is where Goodyear has a solution, not only from the fitment perspective, but also from the replacement 3 years hence. So if you put this together, strong economy, growing well, fundamentals in place, and thanks to all the work that the government has done recently, even including the tractor subsidies, we are well placed to leverage it. The question is, as you said in the beginning, how do we leverage our whole sales and marketing potential to make the most of it? I'm very confident Goodyear will be part of the Viksit Bharat. So if you put all of this together with a proven performance record for so long, we are in a very, very strong space. And so if consumers do talk to dealers at length and do some bit of research, it's fairly likely that they will conclude that this is the tire which is a preferred option and is very trusted and reliable for that reason.
This was yet another story of a visionary shaping India's legacy, showing how leadership, vision, and innovation can drive the company and India's mobility sector toward a stronger, smarter, and more reliable future. Next, meet Chandrasekharan V. Tirupati, Chairman and Managing Director of Emerald Tyre Manufacturers Limited, a visionary driving innovation in industrial and off-highway tires, expanding India's footprint globally and advancing sustainable growth through technology and green solutions.